Hi, I'm Kate.
I'm Max.
Welcome to Outworld Sounds. We're hosts of the podcast Taste of the Underground, which airs live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern over on our Twitch, where we also perform live synth music, and we record music under our band name Helix Code. You can find all links to everything in the description down below. Now, this video is going to be our studio tour, where we create our music as well as our content.
Yeah, guys, now this is just going to be a walkthrough, no sound demos or anything, but if there's anything you guys see that you like and you want to know more about, if you want to see how we implement it into our workflow, if you want to just see some sound demos or any techniques, let us know. And if you like what you see in the video, please like and subscribe for more content. All right, guys, let's go get it. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Outworld Studios. Come on in. This is the newest incarnation of Outworld Studios. We're really excited to finally show it to you guys. Thank you everybody who's been supporting us for this last year, and welcome to all the newcomers. Hope you like what you see and you stick around. As you first come in here, first thing you see is our drum set. This is a Pearl Roadshow 4-piece acoustic electronic conversion. We're rocking some Evans mesh heads with D-drum triggers going into a DDT D-drum module being piped directly into Ableton, where we can then throw Easy Drummer, Superior Drummer, get those great sounds. It really helps me out since I'm not much of a drummer. I can hop behind, get that beat that I want down, and quantize it real simple. We do have an Alesis Nitro Mesh module and a PA system here though, in case we have anybody over, we want to jam, or if we want to just get that live element when we're feeling something out. It's really nice and it helps get the job done. Now as you move up, something really important in the studio is the acoustic treatment. These black panels that you see on the wall, they're part of the Prima acoustic panel pack, the London 16 pack. They were actually in our old studio, so they made the move with us. As we moved though, and we moved into this new room, we learned that we needed a little bit more, so we found this really awesome company, Psy Acoustics. And this is part of their pack. This is the 4-inch bass trap. And these prints are absolutely amazing. The quality of it is just spectacular. And the customer service from this company was great. The packaging was really great. They shipped it over to us super quick. I can't speak highly enough about it. As you move over to the other side here, you'll see the other ones that we got in the pack. These are the 2-inch thick versions, and they really help set that vibe, man. Something I really think is important in a studio, to have those creative juices flowing at all times. And this really helps to do that for me, and it helps for the sound, So it's that double whammy, gotta love it. Then of course we got our Outworld symbol in the middle there. All right, enough out of me. I'm gonna toss it over to Kate. She'll take over into the synth world. Okay, guys, see ya.
So back here we have our synth corner, which we actually like to call our mothership. And over here to my left, we have 3 of the synths that started out our synth journey. this first one here, this is the Behringer Rd8. This is the first of the drum machines that we brought into our setup, and it's one of 3 that we have. And that's because each one has a different feel and flavor that we like. So on here, we really enjoy the clap. We like the rim shot, the claves, cymbal sounds, and it's super easy to program. It has great features that Behringer actually added into it that make it really fun to add in the live element, to play live. So I really, really enjoy this. We like our Behringer Rd8. Over here we have the JU06A. It's the boutique recreation of the Roland Juno, which is really iconic for that classic warm 80s synth sound. If you think like John Carpenter, or even some of the sounds that you hear in the Stranger Things soundtrack, that's what you're gonna get out of the Juno. It was the first synth I really got to play with because it has reverse synthesis. So I've always had a lot of fun with this, and I love the sounds that come out of it. And then behind it there, we have the Arturia Micro Freak. This was actually the first synth that we ever got. We loved the look of it, and we heard some good things. We tried to work it into our setup, couldn't quite find its place. We just recently reworked it in. We use it for like ear candy and some of the really cool sequences in there. So I'm so glad we brought it back in because I'm really, really liking it. And up at the top, we have one of my most favorite things in the whole studio. This is our Alesis Keytar. I got this for either Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember which one, but I immediately was so excited to play with it, and sadly we don't bring it into our setup nearly as much as I would like, so we fixed that, and we have it triggered as a MIDI controller for the JU06A and the Micro Freak. So we'll be bringing more of that in, and I'm so excited. Now over here we have the Korg Mx. It is adorable and it gives us more inputs, and that's why we have it in our setup. And above it we have the Boss GT1 guitar effects pedal, and we actually have this set to trigger effects to all of our synths. So we've been having a lot of fun with sound design and just adding the effects to different synths we wouldn't have initially thought of, like our mother, our drums. So it's been really cool, and it's been really fun experimenting. And up here we have our only 2 Moogs in our setup. We have the D-Fam, and above it the Mother 32. We actually got these as a bundle, and we are so happy we did. We are absolutely in love with the sounds that come out of both of these. Very cool percussion that it adds to our music. It's really elevated it. It gives everything that really deep, industrial tone that we just absolutely love and always craved and tried to find in different VSTs. And this is just a dream. We love it. Now down here we have the rest of our boutique collection. This is the SH01A by Roland. It's a recreation of the 101. This has another amazing sequencer. Love the deep bass tones that come out of this. So that's mainly what we're using it for, is for its sequencer, and we absolutely love it. And of course the little boutique keyboard on there is, is always fun. You don't need it, but it just makes it more fun. And above it we have the Roland Tr09. It's a recreation of the 909, which is iconic in house music, and we really love it for the kick, a lot of the hi-hat and cymbal sounds, and this one has been in our setup pretty much from day one. We love it, and it has a lot of really cool capabilities also to play live and do a performance with your drum sequences, so this one's really cool. And then over to its left, another one of my absolute favorites here. This is the TB03, the recreation of the Roland 303, which is an iconic bass synth from Acid House and Acid Tech, and used in pretty much the Prodigy's entire catalog. It's a really unique and iconic sound, and instantly as soon as you hear it in any song, you're like, that's a 303. And we love it. We love it so much. The sequencer is so easy to program, and it's just a really easy way to, again, just instantly elevate your song at a really, really neat synth percussive element, which is mainly what we use it for. And next to it, we have the third drum machine in our setup. This is the Roland Tr09, which is a recreation of the 606. Now the 606 and the TB03 pretty much go hand in hand together with revolutionizing the acid movement and acid music. And we really, really like the 606 or the TR06 for its kick. It's got a great kick, great cymbals, great claps. So we layer that with the other two and bring it in and out, and we just love that. And then this big boy, this chunky chunk of a chunk, I really wish the camera, if you could see how thick, it's the width of my hands. This is the Akai Mpc Live 2. Now this, essentially what we're using it for is basically a computerless DAW, more or less. You can upload samples, you can download samples into it, you can use it to trigger different effects, trigger different synths, you can save synth sounds, or you can just use it as a beat maker. It can pretty much be whatever you need it to be, and that's what's so exciting and cool about it. And we have absolutely had so much fun learning it and incorporating it into our setup. And we know there's a lot more to learn, but it's awesome. So we're gonna get on to our mixing station, and Max will give you some more information about that.
Alright guys, now it's time to talk about the world of the computers. Come on over here, let's check this out. First off, we got our Roland Mx1 Mix Performer interface. This is a performance mixer with some awesome built-in effects. You've got some time-based effects. You've got some awesome sidechains, some awesome mastering effects you can put in on all the tracks to really glue it together. And it's a perfect thing for a hybrid studio like we have, because each track can get multi-tracks sent straight to Ableton. So this is actually our main brain. All of the synths in the studio get piped right into this, and it's really great, man. The 4 USB inputs work perfectly for our boutiques. We have our Korg Vulcan mix going into the auxiliary port on 5 and 6 to give us 3 extra inputs. But honestly, man, I can't speak highly enough of this. I really love it. I do wish there was a little bit more of the analog input sides, but who knows, maybe on the Mach 2 they'll give us a little extra surprise. So then moving on, we'll talk about the computers here. Well, actually, no. First, let's talk about the Tascam Model 12. This is the main interface podcast mixer for the whole studio here. All of our sound when we're doing our show gets run through this. It's got amazing loopback features built in. It's got amazing compressors and onboard EQ. You could even multi-track record directly into it if you wanted to as well. It's got awesome integration into Ableton or Pro Tools, whatever your DAW of choice is. I can't speak highly enough of this. I really think, in my personal opinion, it is the best podcasting interface there is. Okay, moving on up, we got our computer. This is a 2017 MacBook Pro, Core i7, 16 gig of RAM at 1 terabyte hard drive. Works great, man. I was a PC guy for a long time. This was my first Mac, and it has not let me down. I really love how user-friendly it is, and especially when it comes to doing video and audio content, it really makes things really nice when you can have things be simple, you know, a couple clicks and not have to fight with it. It's really nice. Next to that, we got our PreSonus Eris 5s. These are great monitors, you know, for budget monitors, man. They're great. They're super dead. It makes mixing really, really nice, and it helps me get everything right where I need it. Most of the time, I'll just bounce this out from here to the car, and you know, it usually works out for me really well. So now we're getting into the streaming world. We have our two Aluratech webcams. We have our one 1080p one, and then we have our 4K. These are both wired into our streaming computer over here. Now, this isn't necessary to do, but because I'm a perfectionist and God forbid one thing goes, I don't want them both to go under, so I separated it. We have our music and art creation computer and our streaming and video computer over here. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad, Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM. You know, basic, it gets the job done for us. This computer really only handles this streaming, nothing else. It's got a small Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 interface, which takes the output from the Tascam and goes right into Streamlabs and gets sent off to Twitch. Makes things really nice and easy. I love the preamps and Focusrite stuff. I actually have an 18i20 Scarlett interface in the closet that we like to use as well. Hasn't let me down. I really love it. And then to finish off the studio tour here, guys, I guess we're going to talk about guitars. I started off as a guitarist and played in a lot of metal bands. So, you know, I could go on and on about these for hours. So if you guys want to hear some sound demos, you want to know anything else about the guitars, please let me know in some comments and I'll let you know. I'm just going to run through what they are real quick, okay? So first off, I got my Ibanez RG HR Giger edition. Now, HR Giger is my favorite artist, most famously known for creating the Alien in the Alien franchise movies. This guitar is my first Ibanez, and honestly, man, I love it. It plays like butter. I can get some really sick tones out of it. Got some super distortions pickups in there, so it gives it that nice little crunch. Love it, man. Just picked it up last week, so it's, you know, it's getting into the fold. Next, this one's probably my most used guitar. This is my Gibson Les Paul Gothic. Got some Dimebag Seymour Duncans installed in it. Killer sounding guitar, man. Next to that, we got the Epiphone Les Paul Gothic. Now this is what I'd say is my show guitar, so I can just jump around and go nuts and have fun with it. It's got a cool little kill switch over here, makes it fun. Really love this guitar as well. Next, we're going to move on to the basses. Now, I'm not much of a bass player, and this is what I like to call the Wish.com special. I'm not sure where it came from. A buddy of mine gave it to me as a moving present when I moved back to New Jersey from California, and it has no name on it. So I call it the Wish.com special. But it sounds killer. It's a great amp, or a great bass. It hasn't let me down. And, you know, gets the job done. Moving on, like I said, I'm not a bass player, so why not get a bass that's like a guitar? This is my Squier 6. It's the recreation of the Fender 6 bass. This thing's just fun, man. It gives you that cool, like, baritone, killer sound. You can do some crazy riffage on it, or you can get, throw some pedals through it and get some really nasty sounding stuff there too, man. Can't talk highly enough about it. And then the last one here, this one was one I've been looking for a long time. It's nothing special, just special to me because, you know, one of my main influences, this is his signature edition. This is the Wayne Static Epiphone Flying V. Really killer guitar, man. Beefy, fat neck. Baritone, so super, super deep sounding. Can go super low. You know, love this guitar, man. Really love it. Was super lucky to find it and super happy to find it. All right, y'all, we made it to the end. If you like what you saw, please give us a like and share with your friends. I got some work to do, y'all, okay? Get out of here, man. What the hell are you still doing here? Come on, I got work to do.